Hi guys, welcome home. I'm Amy and today we're in North Tyneside as we follow a renovation journey on a property that has a lot of history. So this house was originally a coal miner's house built in 1900 and it's recently been bought by Nicola, who's going to move in with her two cats Dexter and Mishka. Nicola's plans for the front garden, it's quite a big front garden really. The front of the house is pedestrianised and I think Nicola said she wants to touch up the paintwork, possibly pave the garden to not have to do any gardening, I don't blame her, and throw some lovely plants in. So let's go inside. So we walk straight into the porch, a really lovely sized space, but it is bright yellow. When Nicola moved into the house, most of the rooms were extremely bright colours, but we'll talk about that more as we go through the house. Nicola said her plans for this porch are eventually to change the front door, probably to a wooden one, and maybe paint it black. And the walls, she's thinking of going with a similar theme, well, to follow on the theme from the living room, of like a dark blue grey coloured panelling up to about here, paint the rest white, and then penny mosaic tiles on the floor with the house number built in, and to sink the doormat, which is just fantastic. Saves you hoovering under it, saves you tripping up over it. Great idea. We're in the living room. Now the plan initially was for Nicola to move in and renovate one room at a time. So she got the keys in July 2022. However, once she did move in, she found there was a flea infestation in the carpets. Literally flea bites all over her feet. It was not nice, it was not livable. So had to change of plan, moved in with her parents, and she's renovated this. I think this is the last room really to be done. Most of the rest of the house is done. And she's only just moved in fully yesterday. So like I said, the living room is probably the last real room for Nicola to do. Most of the furniture, if not all of it, is here. It's just all under dust sheets at the moment, but like the rest of the house, Nicola has big, amazing plans for this room. Here we've got some doors she's managed to find. She's looking for a few more, and I think she's going to replace all the doors through the house with these doors. So Nicola's trying to bring back a lot of the Victorian original elements with a modern twist, and you'll see through the house, the result is amazing. The plan in here is to paint the walls the same colour as the porch, so like a dark blue grey, put a picture rail up, the ceilings are nice and high as you'll see as we go through the house. Flooring, I think originally the plan was for parquet, that may still happen, but there is a backup plan of using the floorboards we've got in the kitchen and bringing them through here as well. Nicola has a lot of lovely old heavy wood furniture that she's managed to find, buy, she's reclaimed it. It's just amazing, you'll see as we go through, and I can't wait to see how this room's going to look. So this fireplace is amazing. Her parents bought her for a birthday present the slate hearth, the mantle and the cast iron surround, all for a bargain, 90 quid. As a northern girl, I really appreciate a bargain. It's fantastic, so I cannot wait to see this all put together, see how it looks. So we walk into the kitchen and it's a really big space. It's actually quite deceptive when you look at the house from the outside. It looks fairly narrow, but when you walk in, it opens up. And Nicola has done a lot of work in this kitchen. We'll talk you through it. So originally here, there was a cupboard, a corner cupboard to box the boiler in, but it made the room quite dark. So Nicola took that down, opened up the window, added a lot of light back into the room. She's moved the sink. So the sink was originally here opposite the cooker, and she managed to get her uncle in for the price of a beer to move the sink further down. It just makes the space work much better. The only outside help Nicola's had, because she's done this whole house, just her and her dad. The only outside help she's had is a plasterer, someone to come in and mitre the edge of the worktops, and someone to lay the flooring upstairs. Other than that, it's been her dad, her mum, and family members helping out every now and then. So the kitchen has been a massive, amazing bargain off Gumtree. £300 for, get this, the sink, the cooker, the worktops, the cupboards, the oven, everything for £300. Amazing. Nicola has plans for this. Eventually she would like to change the worktops to solid wood. maybe somehow redo the sink. She was talking about possibly a Belfast sink, but that might affect the cupboard space underneath. So she may look into painting the sink. The cupboard doors are going to be painted black. So rather than tiles on the wall here, Nicola's thinking of putting a reed panelling and something to hide the glass so you can't see into the cupboards as well. But yeah, amazing. So coming over to this side of the kitchen, Nicola has big plans for the stairs. So she's thinking of painting the banister and the wood a black colour and changing these for something a bit more Victorian-y. So maybe something like twisted spindles and putting the big acorns on the top as well. The cupboards, she's thinking about adding some reed decorative panelling and changing the handles to brass. So with the stairs, Nicola's planning on continuing the flooring from upstairs that we'll see in a second, adding a runner and some stair rods if she can get them for a bargain price. While we're here, let's look at the back garden. So the back garden, Nicola also has plans for this. She hopes to get rid of this shed and install a gate into this wall so that she can get out into the alley behind. Potentially, maybe not, get rid of the shutter as well. And then rebuild the walls at the side of a house. So her dad will be doing that because he's a bricklayer, and just tidy it up really and make it a bit more of a space you want to spend time in. Another thing that Nicola is considering later on is building an extension here to give her almost like a utility room and maximise the space of the kitchen, put her washer dryer in here, somewhere for the cats to hang out, and I think it'll really just add to the value of the house. So we're here in Nicola's bedroom, and this is actually the first room in the house that Nicola completed. A big reason behind that was because she wanted her cats, who are coming home today, to have somewhere safe, lovely, where they can come in and feel at home, and it just gives her a nice little place to escape to while she's still renovating the rest of the house. So when Nicola first viewed the house, she came into this room. She couldn't actually get into the room because there was a big bed covering this amazing fireplace, and the carpets were infested with fleas. She put her head around the door, said, yeah, okay, and left the room. When she came in, when she bought the house, she decided to refresh the fireplace with a lick of paint. She pulled up the carpets and revealed these stunning original floorboards, which she's polished and stained. And then also it revealed there was a hearth there. So she got some tiles, made the fireplace a real focal point. So the furniture is all reclaimed. She's got these amazing sewing tables, which was such a bargain find, again, off, I think it was Facebook, she said. And she's put the radiators in, painted the radiators, really the panelling at the top, it's all the coving, it's all these little touches that bring out the feel of Victorian, but with a modern twist. So with the colour throughout the house really, Nicola has really used colour to bring that strong Victorian feel to the place. It really feels something special. It's quite dark, but it adds to the whole feeling of the house. Really nice, lovely dark green on the walls. A little tip Nicola has is she went on Lick and got the paints colour matched, so it's much cheaper. Out in the hallway, Nicola found that there was actually a false ceiling in here, so these glass panels at the top were non-visible from the hallway. She pleaded with her dad, who wasn't too keen because it's a lot of work, to remove the false ceiling, which is amazing because it gives so much height to the hallway. And we've also got the original floorboards out here as well. This room here is the spare room. As you can see at the moment, it's being used as a bit of a storeroom for everything else in the house, but I love what Nicola's done with the ceiling. A painted ceiling, it's just so different and it adds so much to the whole feel of the house. The windows are lovely and big, and Nicola also managed to find the original windowsills underneath whatever was there when she moved in. We've come into what's technically the third bedroom, but Nicola's using it as like a little study office. Such a great space. The sloping ceiling, the dark colour that she's painted it makes you feel really cosy. I'm sure the cats are going to find their way in here. A few little things Nicola's done in here, so with the floorboards, again original floorboards, original windowsills. She's painted the radiators to match the walls. Now this desk, Nicola's mum measured this space to put this desk in, but she didn't take into account that the skirting boards weren't in place yet. So once the desk arrived, it didn't quite fit. So Nicola, she works in a place, well, she volunteers in a place where there is a rehab program that involves people making furniture for houses. So she's hoping that she can have furniture made a little desk made that's perfectly going to fit into this space. Originally, this alcove had brightly coloured flowered wallpaper, not really to Nicola's taste. We'll put some pictures in of the house before because honestly the colours were crazy. Nicola took all that down, one of the first things she did in here, and painted it this lovely matte black. Here we are in the bathroom, and the centrepiece of the whole bathroom is this amazing bath. How stunning, it's the bath of dreams. It's long enough for you to lie down properly in, and it was completely free. Another Nicola bargain. She didn't pay a penny for it. All she had to do was pay the £30 for the hire of the van to move it over to her place, found on Facebook Marketplace. She's painted the bottom of the bath and the feet black, and yeah, stunning. I would love that bath. The rest of the bathroom, originally there was a cupboard here. Nicola's taken that cupboard out. She did want to take this lovely area out here, but it's actually the stairs, so it has to stay, unfortunately. But she's making use of it. The flooring originally was like grey tiles, very boring, very bland. She put this lovely flooring down, carried it up onto there as well. The walls, originally very 90s tiles, dark blue tiles, glossy, not what she wanted. Took all those down. And then this was another Facebook Marketplace bargain. And then the toilet was a freebie from a relative. So fantastic. I'm sure you'll agree that Nicola's renovations are amazing and just goes to show really what you can do with an older property compared to, say, a new build. This house is 123 years old. Nicola bought the house in July 2022. 8 months later, we're now in March 23, and she's made so much progress. She does hope to have the whole journey completed by the end of the year, and we're going to follow along and see how she does. If you want to follow Nicola's journey, she can be found on Instagram at renovating flea pit, and we'll also be following her along on the Welcome Home channel. We'll see you again soon.